Ladies and gentlemen, friends, we are standing here in the Place des Nations in Geneva, opposite the headquarters of the Red Cross, with one main desire in our hearts, to see Gilad Shalit return home. From here, I ask to encourage Gil'ad's parents, Nועם and Aviva, who are sitting in a tent in Jerusalem, awaiting the return of their son. From here, I wish to commend the Prime Minister of Israel, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu, for not surrendering to terror. I ask not to forget the rest of Israel's missing soldiers, Ron Arad, Guy Hever, Mג'די Chalabi, Zecharia Baumel, Tzvi Feldman, Yehuda Katz, and along with them, Jonathan Pollard, who is wasting away in an American prison. All our sons of this tiny nation called Israel that has become the center of the world. All were willing to sacrifice their lives for their nations, and we pray to see them home once again this year. We've only to believe. The release of prisoners and locating of missing soldiers, the former referring to Palestinians and the latter Israelis, reveals two entirely different worlds. While Israel is willing to pay a heavy price for the release of each of her sons, the other side is willing to pay a heavy price for the death of its sons, the very ones sent to murder children, women, and infants, even at the cost of its own life. Israel was willing and is still willing to release thousands of terrorists for one of her sons, whereas the Palestinian Hamas side has determined the equation of life and blood. One Israeli is worth 1,000 terrorists, meaning the life of one Israeli is worth more, so much more. And that is precisely the issue. While Israel and the Jewish people revere the sanctity of life, the evil Hamas regime venerates death. Thus, in your support of Israel, you reinforce the infrastructure of life, while the Red Cross, Richard Goldstone, and the supporters of the Hamas terrorist regime only reinforce the infrastructure of death. Is this an unfounded statement? Let's see. In 2006, the Hamas regime rose to power in Gaza. Since then, it has only succeeded in advancing one thing for the world: a radical alliance with the Iranian-Syrian-Turkish axis of evil, and the transformation of the Gaza Strip into an arms factory from which missiles and rockets are fired frequently into Israel, threatening the lives of innocent Israeli civilians. Any useful contribution to humanity? Zero. Israel, on the other hand, I simply do not know where to begin. Israelis lead nearly in every field in which they are found: agriculture, medicine, science, technology, high-tech, and economics. All is for the world's welfare. Some data to illustrate this. The population of Israel today stands at 7.2 million people, but 4 Israelis won Nobel Prizes in various fields over the past decade. I need to emphasize the difference. Israel is a political entity of goodness, happiness, ethics, dignity, and freedom, whereas Hamas is a political entity of evil, sorrow, moral corruption, subjugation, and oppression. You should inquire about the 1,000 Christians who were expelled in the last years by force from Gaza Strip. Friends, if it were not for your support, we as Israelis would not have a chance. I would like to conclude these words by calling you to acquaint yourself with Israel through the Israel Now website, www.israelnow.tv. Come be representative of Israel in the world through this website. No more Al Jazeera, no more CNN, rather www.israelnow.tv. Thank you very much and Chag Sameach.